Hi, everybody. There's something weird going on with the computer. So, sorry there. I have to start like this. All right. We are going to start standing. Welcome to yoga. Fix this a little bit. All right. Oh, let's just shake a little bit, shake it out. Start at the top, kind of shake off like you're shaking off rain from your fingertips. And maybe give yourself a little jiggle with the knees, a little bounce. Let's take a nice deep breath in, circle those shoulders up and back. And reverse. I'm doing a little bending of the knee at the bottom there. The bottom of that exhale. Good, and just take that ear to the shoulder and place the hand on top with flexing the opposite hand, just to open up the side of the neck. And switch. And let's take the hands to the elbows and just do a little kiss of the elbows and then open, look up. And exhale and open, look up. Taking that heart center to where the ceiling meets the wall. And then just trying to keep those elbows high as we open up that upper back. A couple more. Good. Let's just take a nice little inhale, reach up, exhale, drop down. Inhale, reach up, exhale, switch. So you're just opening up the side body here. Finding the length, keeping the length as you just give a little crunch on the opposite rib cage and waistline. Good. Now let's take a nice deep breath in, opening the arms to the side, and exhale. Scoop the pelvis down and around and forward and push the big rock in front of you. Contract. Inhale, arch, look up, reach those fingertips back. Exhale, scoop the pelvis, round the lower back, lift the belly button towards the spine. So this is like a nice full body breath, centering ourselves here in the body. In the inhale and in the exhale. Let's take that right arm over to the side. Trace the fingertips above your head, behind your head, and then let the other arm take over, and then trace a circle in front. So one arm takes over where the other arm can't continue, and you're getting that upper rib cage stirred up. So all of the movement happens from the bra line up. And if you're a guy, from the chest up. Good. And let's just take those arms, big circles forward and back. and reverse. Good. I'm gonna open up this. It's kind of fun. At least there's a bit of a breeze. All right. Let's get the legs moving. Let's just go up and over that baby gate. So lift the knee forward and then side. Tap that toe. Challenge yourself by really not putting weight down on that toe. So you have a little balancing challenge. We're just kind of mobilizing that hip joint, the femur into the pelvis. Try the other side. Up and down over that gate. Pretend like there's a little baby gate. You remember when we used to have to do that with the babies around the house? Good. And let's come into a second position, goddess pose. And let's take the hands up to the head. And we'll just do a nice little crunch. Inhale and exhale. Generating a little heat in those quads. Getting those obliques heated up too. Matching the movement of the breath with the movement of the torso. See if you can drop a little deeper in your goddess pose. Good, a couple more. Last set. And rest. Good, come on up and let's lift up on our toes and come into star. So activate those glutes. Wrap those glutes down and back. Lift up on those toes. Feel the expansion of the body in space. Tight glutes. Find your focus. And release. Good. Let's just swivel that right heel up and come into crescent pose. And we're just going to find that crescent. And all we're going to do is straighten that front leg and then bend it again and look up. And the arms can swing down and up with the focus. Just pumping up those legs, getting the blood circulating in that lunge. Good. Drop that heel. Let's come back to goddess. Let's take the arms up and let's drop one arm, drop the other, drop one arm, drop the other. Maybe you can even switch, 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 switch. Take both arms up. Lift that left heel. Lift the right. Maybe you want to take your hands out, give yourself a little extra balancing support. And heels down. Take that left heel, swivel it around, crescent on the opposite side. And lengthen that front leg. And come back down. Exhale as you come into the pose. Inhale as you rise. One more. And drop that, come back into goddess. All right. Good. Let's take the arms out. Let's just reach right, left, right, left, like somebody's pulling you one way and then pulling you the other way. Two naughty toddlers pulling you in two different directions. Again, working the side body, the rib cage, the waistline, and those quads, of course. And come up, good. Take the toes forward. Let's take the arms out, nice big inhale. On the exhale, come on down all the way. Actually, take your hands to your waist to flat back. Let's just hang out here for a second. So I've got a nice flat back here. My sits bones are shooting out behind me, top of my head forward. I'm gonna bend the knees over the toes and straighten. Now we're using the strength of our back. Keep doing that to keep the back flat. Keep going. Plie and straighten. Plie and straighten. And plie, and on the next time you lengthen those legs, fold the torso forward and just release the hands to the floor. Go ahead and just kind of shift the pelvis right and left. Shake your head out, no. Shake your head out, yes. Good. And maybe just give your rib cage a little figure eight movement. If you stabilize the pelvis and just move the ribs, do what feels good here. It's our first forward fold. Bend the knees all the way as far as you can go, and then straighten them, keeping the hands on the floor. Bend and straighten, lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Bend the knees and roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, one at a time. And then bring heel toe, those feet back to center. Take a nice deep breath in, sweep the arms up, and send the hips to the right. Inhale, recover, exhale, other side. Inhale, recover, exhale, push the hips forward, look back. And dive through those arms all the way to forward fold. Shake out the knees. If forward fold is too hard right now, you can bend the knees and just put your hands on your knees. Or if your forward fold is here, that's a beautiful thing. Wherever your forward fold is where it's supposed to be. That's the beauty of yoga. Shake out your head. Good. And let's step the feet back into down dog. So my hands are firmly planted into the mat. My heels are reaching towards the mat. They don't need to touch. Sits bones are reaching towards the ceiling. Shoulders are wrapped away and down from each other. Let's just breathe here. Maybe a big sigh. If this is too much on your wrists, you can come down onto your forearms and do dolphin. Whatever feels good. Let's take that right leg up and bend it. And let's just move that knee, just like we did standing earlier when we did stepping over the baby gate, but now we're doing it in down dog. Switch directions, 3 circles in each direction. Still warming up, take that left leg up, bend it, and then 3 circles in each direction. Try to maintain equal weight on both arms and both shoulders. Come on back to down dog, come on down to your knees, and then come into prayer. And or child's pose, which is the arms down by your ankles. Let's just breathe here for a minute. Really letting ourselves surrender when we can in our yoga practice is very important. All right, we're gonna take the right leg, coming up to all fours, we're gonna take the right leg up. We're gonna bring the knee into the chest, and then we're gonna send it back up, open it to the side, and bring it back in, knee to chest. So pressing the heel back and against the back wall, bringing the leg to the side, and then pulling it into the chest. So we have this kind of accent where we push the wall, bring it out, bring it in, push the wall, bring it out, bring it in. Exhale on that stamp feeling. Ha. Inhale as you bring the knee to chest. Ha. 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 This circular motion, this spiral, really engages those fine muscles, those little muscle fibers. Good, a couple more. Good, and it gets the cardio out. So we get a little bit of an element of cardio in yoga. I know nobody ever thought you could get cardio in yoga, but you can. Shake out those wrists. Give yourself a little break. I'm bending my toes and I'm sending my weight onto the toes to stretch them out a little bit. Come on back. Left leg comes out. We bring that knee into the chest and then we stamp the wall behind us, take the leg side, and then bring the knee into the chest again. Shoo. 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 3 more. Good, tuck those toes, take the weight back, shake out the wrists. Whew. I wonder if there's a fan I can put on here. Yeah, see if that works. All right, let's come into plank. Send the right leg out and then the left. Now again, if this hurts your wrist, you can come onto your forearms and come into half plank. I'm going to come into full plank here. Just feel that nice long line from the back of the heels to the top of the head. We're going to tap the knees, right, then left, right, then left, right, left, right, left, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Send the booty up in the air, come into down dog. Yes, this is actually a resting pose. You can believe it. It's a dynamic resting pose. Let's bend the knees over the toes and then push into plank. And then fold the hips back, bend the knees, look at your toes, and then push into plank. 2 more times, revving that engine. Good, drop the knees. And let's this time open the knees slightly, come back into prayer, and take the hands and the arms over to the right. Surrender to this beautiful, delicious stretch. And then walk the hands over to the left. Good. Coming back to center, come up onto all fours. Kickstand the left leg back. Shoot the right leg up. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Then come on up into half side plank. Good. Now, if you want to go into side plank, take that right leg down to the mat, and then taking weight into that left hand, shoot the left arm back behind it, behind the right leg. And breathe. Coming out of it, just bring that knee down, bring the hand to the mat, and come to all fours. Go ahead and tuck the toes, shake out the wrists. Start at the top. Shake out those raindrops. Coming back. I'm gonna go this way so I can kickstand the right leg, shoot out the left, stack the left hip on top of the right, and then come into this beautiful expansive pose. Press the hips forward. Lift that leg as high as you can. Looking up at the ceiling. Now you can stay here, or if you want, you can put that foot down and then bring the right leg to the back of the left. Coming back out of it, knee, hand, knee. Good. Let's do a camel pose, grabbing my blocks. So, we'll do this way. My blocks are at the back of my toes. I'm starting here with my hands draped over the edge of the block. Chest and chin are connected. Inhale. And on the exhale, press the hips forward and release the head back. And the hips come down. Come out of that slowly because sometimes you can get dizzy. Let's do our pranayama, marking the end of our warm-up. We're going to inhale 20 times up and through heart center in your own time. Three more. Inhale, interlace the fingers in a way that doesn't feel normal. Send the palms to the ceiling. Shake your head out. Walk the shoulders up the ladder one at a time. Right, left, and then right, left, maybe even more. One more, and then keep that expanse as you bring the arms down. Beautiful. All right. Let's come back to all fours and then put into downward dog. 3 breaths here. Just settle in. I like to sigh in down dog. On the next inhale, take that right leg up, bending and step it through. Drop the back heel and come into warrior one. Warrior one, the hips are square, facing forward as much as possible. The right knee is over the right ankle. Shoulders dropped, rib cage closed, not floating, but belly button lifted. The pinky side of the left foot is reaching towards the mat. All we're gonna do is come forward on a diagonal and then come back up, working those back muscles. Just 5 times, forward and back. Try to keep those scapulas dropped. Lots of ways to keep that back strong. We need our back strong if we're gonna be sitting at the computer. And lift that back heel off the ground as you bring the hands to the mat, and then step back into down dog. 3 breaths in down dog. On the next inhale, lift the left leg, swing it through. Sometimes I have to pick up my left leg and place it where I want it to be. Drop that back heel and come on up into warrior 2 on the opposite side. See if you can get that right hip forward. Pinky side of the right foot reaching towards the ground. Left knee overlay left ankle. Then we're going to do our little 5 little diagonal lifts just of the torso. Legs stay strong, they're our base. The wider the base, the stronger the base. So we have a nice strong base here in warrior 1. Good, lift that back heel, hands come to the mat. Step back in down dog. And then if you want, walk or jump your feet to your hands and come into forward fold. Roll slowly up to standing. Good. Get some water. Time to check in with our balancing poses. Let's start with tree. Go ahead and place your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Woo! Send your knee back. Keep your left hip back. So you feel that tension across the front of your pelvis, from knee to left hip bone. All 4 corners of the left foot are rooting down into the mat. And then when you're ready, take your arms up. Try to keep the shoulders down from the ears. So give yourself space in between your arms for your head to be beautifully framed by your tree branches. Let's just hang out here for a minute. Right when it starts to get uncomfortable, you start to feel new little pings and pangs of little pains that kind of start popping up. Maybe your stomach starts growling, or maybe sweat starts dripping down your nose. Whatever it is, see if you can just tolerate it. That's part of the yoga practice, is tolerating the uncomfortability. Come out of that with grace and forgiveness and a sense of humor. So many things to think about. Try the other side. Feel that nice cross lateral stretch from knee to opposing pelvic bone. Find your focal point. And then take your arms up when you're ready. Coming out of that slowly. Let's turn vertically on our mat. Go ahead and grab the outside of your right foot. Go ahead and tuck the pelvis slightly. Send the knee to the top of the top of the knee to the mat. Take your opposite arm up. So we're here just kind of giving ourselves a little quad stretch. But I want us to move into dancer. So as you push the top of the foot into the hand, let that be the impetus for you to slowly lift the leg. And then as a counterbalance, your torso does come forward slightly. See if you can get that hamstring close to the ceiling. And then recover back through that quad stretch and then release. Try the other side. Grabbing hold of the left foot. I'm grabbing the outside. You can grab the inside of the foot if you like. It really is kind of a yogi's choice on that. Bring your arm up. First, establish your quad stretch. Let that feel good. And then when you're ready, push the top of that foot into the hand. Now you want the quad facing the mat on dancer pose. Coming out of it is just as challenging. So give yourself lots of grace on that. Good. Awesome. All right. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Clear the space. Exhale. Dive through those arms. Come into forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the feet out to down dog, and then exhale in down dog. Inhale, lift that right leg up. And exhale, step it through, drop that heel, pinwheel the arms to warrior two. Let's hang out here in warrior two. Find that flatness of the pelvis, knee over ankle, focus over the middle finger. Thighs are wrapping, glutes are tight. Inhale, lengthen that front leg. Reach forward like you're trying to grab something. And then tilt into triangle. Breathe in triangle. Look down, bend that front knee, take the hands to the mat, lift the back heel, and send it to the edge of your mat. Bring the feet a little closer to each other. Inhale, lengthen through the top of your head, through the spine, and then drape the torso over the front leg. We're gonna go into head to knee. If you wanna take your hands to the back of your head, that's gonna add a challenge to this pose. You can always leave them on either side of your front foot. I invite you to challenge yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes, taking those hands to the back of your head. Hands come to the mat, bend that front leg, and step the foot back into down dog. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees, step or jump the feet to the hands, forward fold, and then roll to standing. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, clear the space, dive through the arms. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the back heel and come into warrior two on the opposite side. Really sink into that lunge. Pinky side of the right foot reaching towards the mat. Knee over that ankle. Lengthen the front leg. Reach, tilt, and come into your triangle. Press the pelvis forward slightly. You want to be like you're between two panes of glass, as flat as possible. Create space between your ear and your shoulder. Look down, bend that front knee, hands come to the mat, back heel comes off. Bring that back foot to the edge of your mat, a little closer to your front foot. Inhale, lengthen the head away from the waist, and then drape your torso over your front leg. Take the hands to the back of the head for head to knee. Hands come to the back, front leg bends, step back into down dog. Big breath. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, jump or walk the feet to the hands, come into forward fold, roll to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive through. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back to forward fold. Step back, down dog. Inhale. Let's take the left leg up this time because I have more room. Stack the left hip on top of the right. Now, very slowly bend that knee, and then very, very slowly let that foot drop to the floor as you bring your left arm off the floor. Push up into wild thing. It's a very dramatic entrance for wild thing. Come back down to the floor. Pelvis drops to the floor. Use this foot to push up and over, back into your one-legged down dog, and then back into two-legged down dog. So I'm gonna have to move over a little bit here. Let's see if I can do this without hitting anything. Taking the right leg off the ground. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Bend the leg. Slowly reach that foot to the ground as you lift the right arm off the ground. Come down onto your booty. Push into the right leg and come into wild thing. Breathe. Come down back onto the left booty. Push off this right foot and then come up and over, bringing that leg up in the air and then back into down dog. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, jump or walk them to forward fold and then roll to standing. And let's just stand in mountain for a minute. Feet together, palms forward, belly lifted, glutes relaxed, eyes closed. Good. All right, we're gonna come down to our mats. Okay, here we go. A few more poses and exercises, and then we will be done. Let's extend the right leg and keep the left leg up, knee up, foot down. We'll take our right hand to the floor, palm down, and our left arm above our head. We're gonna inhale here. On the exhale, we're gonna bring the elbow to the opposite knee, and then we're gonna inhale and come back down. So inhale, exhale, reach across the body, and inhale back down. Let's just do 5. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you can keep doing these, or you can keep the legs straight and the arms straight and come all the way up onto your elbow to tap your fingers to your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Take those knees up, hands go down, and just let the knees fall to the right and left. Windshield wipers, massaging your lower back. Whew. Maybe a nice big sigh. And let's set up for the opposite side. Right knee stays up, left leg extends, right arm comes up. Inhale, exhale, reach the elbow across, elbow to knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going, or straighten the leg and the arm and come all the way up to the elbow. 4, 3, 2. Now coming down with control is part of the exercise. 1. Good. Bring those knees all the way up to your chest and just rock back and forth, and maybe circle them to the right. Oh, that feels so good. And to the left. Good. Both feet come down. We're going to inhale, arms above the head. On the exhale, we're going to bring the arms through the legs, sitting up. And then we're going to lower as if we're unfolding a rope. Inhale. Exhale, arms come through the legs. And then slowly pull that rope down. So this is the control. 3 more. Instead of whacking our way through 100 sit-ups, we're only doing about, I don't even know, is that 15, 25? But we're going slow. Pull that rope, pull that rope, pull that rope, pull that rope. I don't know what number this was, but I think we have to do 2 more. So the going down, if you visualize that somebody's lowering you down with a rope, that helps you go slower. Good. Take the legs up in the air, just shake them out. Good. Let's just kind of cross them a little bit, like ballerinas jumping up in the air. Cross, 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 cross. Palms down, inhale. On the exhale, scoot the pelvis. Maybe if you want, you can come down halfway and then press back up. And maybe take a breath. And then try it again, halfway, and then just to really focus and isolate the glutes. Each time you come down halfway and then go back up, see if you can get a little higher and hold a little differently. Hold the glutes a little different way. See if you can get lower, higher muscular attention. And then lift your toes off the floor. See how that changes the focus of the muscular tension. And then put the toes back on the floor. And then lower. Good. Let's just rock back and forth a little bit here. Massaging the back, stimulating the spine. And then let's go into candle. So from L, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lift the pelvis up and walk the hands up the back. Now you want your feet over your pelvis. You don't want them over your head, because that's a broken candle. You want a nice straight candle. And then if you want, you can lower the legs over the head and come into plow. Hands down on the mat, palms down. And then recovery is a slow descent back down onto your back with the legs as close to the chest for as long as possible. And then we'll take an 8 count lowering of the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the left knee to the chest. And let's cross that over the body for an easy spinal twist. Looking over the left shoulder. And recover. Switch legs. And cross that knee over the torso. For a spinal twist on the other side. And recover. Back to neutral. And hug, bringing the thighs to the chest, grab those toes with your fingers. Come into happy baby. And then release those legs down, extend, take a nice deep breath in, extend the arms away from the toes. On the inhale, hold your breath and tighten everything up. Hold it, grip everything tighter, tighter. And then when you can't hold it any longer, just relax. Release it all into the floor. Swallow. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Stick it out. Say, ah. That always feels good. Go ahead and just kind of move your face around. A little face yoga. And come into Shavasana. Deep relaxation, where we honor the work that we've done today with sort of a dynamic stillness. Let your body kind of surrender to the floor and just rest. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can slowly make your way to the side of your body and then come into an easy cross-legged position. Bring your hands to your heart. And we'll seal our practice today with acknowledgement that we showed up, we did the work, and we deserve all the credit. Good job, us. The spirit in me salutes the spirit in you. Namaste. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Ariane.